#1. Bang, selling bad trap. I rep BGE forever. Do the dash, nigga, foot to the pedal. I rep BGE forever. Do the dash, nigga, foot to the pedal.
He was trying to get that Vlad bag. He heard it was 25. Vlad like, damn. Damn, boy, I was gonna get that goddamn that exclusive. Damn, man, Vlad over there. I heard he was finna chop that shit up. He had the titles in his mind already. He was like, oh, when he shot being 10. He gonna ask the nigga all type of incriminating ass questions. That was gonna be lit. That's some content we might just never, ever see, man. And I came out with that boy being Louis Vuitton like a motherfucker. Oh, let me come out. Man, that nigga shot being 10 and Louis and Lulu down, man. That's crazy work, guy. I'm scared. You can see, you could show that on her. I don't know. That nigga shot being 10 Lulu down, like fresh ass fit. Had the shoes to match. It was crazy work. Lulu to the feet. You heard me? You heard me? Lulu to the feet. Standing over being 10 with the glamour. Shit's crazy. They got him a nigga in 4K. They got the fit clean in the motherfucker. Got damn that was that man wanna go on that right quick. Look at this shit, man. They got that nigga Lulu down. It looked like he had just blamed the nigga. He stood there. Yeah. I think this was the Fed. They said the Fed was already wanted. That's what Sean Cotton said. But that's neither here nor there. We're gonna go see what Sean Cotton said. Dang, man, he was going to Vladimir, man. That's Vlad. Vlad. They already say you was the police, Vlad. They already said you was the feds, Vlad. Now this nigga done got hemmed up by the friends on the way to Vlad. Oh, Vlad, I don't know. Vlad. Gotta get in my Boosie voice. And then, this nigga Boosie mad at the fans, man. I don't think I'm understanding it right. I think Boosie said we subscribed up to Vlad, but we won't get what? But we won't go get his interview. Like, Boosie, you must forget him. Niggas keep trying to like explain to you. Subscribing to Vlad is free. It's free, man. Patrol, man, free, man. The shit you doing ain't free. I couldn't even watch it live over there, man. This nigga Vlad might have got my boy. No, we gonna spice it up. We gonna walk down through that bit though, man. Damn, we thought he was doing the nigga got picked up in Cali, boy, by the fade, bro. Damn. It said the situation surrounding AllStar JR had took another turn. Word. According to multiple reports, man. Multiple reports, man. Circulating online that Jara was arrested in California on Wednesday evening and was raised eyebrows immediately was the time, and he was reportedly on his way to sit down with DJ Vlad. Vlad. Did you do this, Vlad? Boosie might say you did this, Vlad. That might why Boosie had got hit by the fade, Vlad, because of you, Vlad. This happened in California, Vlad. A lot of stuff happening with the Fed, Vlad. In California, Vlad, with people that fucking with you, Vlad. But that's either near here or there. But anyway, when the authority took his ass into custody, damn. The arrest came after weeks of escalating tension tied to the situation involving NBA Ben 10 Benz, who was reportedly shot and remains hospitalized. Damn. Even sharing updates from his bed. Well, damn. How the fuck a news article know this nigga's in there taking pictures and getting edges? Anyway, who was reported? That shit crazy. Who was reportedly shot? Oh, yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. While details surrounding it still unclear, AllStar JR inserted himself directly into the situation in a way that did not go unnoticed. Instead of keeping distant, he leaned into it. I mean, hey, why not? Even releasing a diss track aimed at Ben 10 and J Prince Jr. Repeatedly taunting the situation on social media, AllStar JR took an aggressive and public stance on that only added fuel to an already volatile situation. It was more sinister. Like Rick Ross said, it was sinister. Nigga. It created a narrative that felt less like music and more like escalation, with little regard for how it might play out beyond the screen. Well, I mean, man, they try to take that man shit. He do what rappers do. I mean, you got one, you up the score. I mean, you supposed to celebrate, right? What everybody else do? Niggas had done Julio bottle soon as Julio was dead, gang. I don't even think he was dead 24 hours. I mean, that nigga was dead like 16 hours. Younger Ace had a diss video out on that nigga. Would have done Julio bottle. That damn near like he knew. That was suspicious. How long it take? How long you think? Now I know niggas say they don't be writing, they be freestyling. Like that mean like I know though, but like the song done got made, it done got ad libs put behind them motherfucker. They done did a couple goddamn parts different so he could feel it more. They done mixed and mastered this motherfucker. They done cleared it through the label. Not only did they do all that in one like 16 hours, they goddamn dropped the video. They recorded a video to that motherfucker. It's like, damn, them nigga with a nigga Younger Ace went crazy with it. Like, why not? That's what JR was supposed to do. And I think Ben 10 said he wasn't paralyzed, but I think they said hospital reports say that nigga is paralyzed. Damn. Ooh. Woo. That boy got that fire, y'all. That ain't why he had to stand over being like that, man. Damn, man. Yeah, I mean, it ain't that much self-defense if you stood over, nigga. Okay, you defended yourself. Everybody was running. You got them out for you. Did you have to goddamn me stand over the man and bust him? Damn, 10. Yeah, man. Vlad said he ain't had nothing to do with that shit. No, Vlad. That's the second nigga done went down, Vlad. Vlad. That's the second nigga done went down, Vlad, for the goddamn me shooting game. I mean, with a gun. Let's see what Vladimir has to say about this shit.
Power off.
All right. Welcome to the greatest show on earth, Vlad TV.
Yeah.
This time, we're going to start off a little different. We're going to put you.
Man, Glad TV said he goddamn me gonna clear his name. He had another Detroit nigga interview him, goddamn me, dog face. You know what I'm saying? He had another Detroit nigga interview him, so it's legit, cuz. You heard me? It's legit. It's legit, cuz. Vlad said he legit. He too legit to quit. He didn't have nothing to do with it.
Because breaking news, AllStar JR, he's in major headlines. He's been in the headlines for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. There's been rumors that he was picked up by the feds yesterday, if I'm correct. And the blogs are reporting that he was on his way to California to do an interview with you.
Well, he was on his way to do an interview with Vlad TV, but not in California, in Detroit. So we had, the last couple of days, we had talked to AllStar J. I think you were involved in the process.
I was.
In terms of booking him to do an interview to talk about the whole situation. So we set a date, we set a time. It was going to be in Detroit. I wasn't going to be there. It was going to be remote.
True.
Right? So in that case, and I try to do interviews in person, but I don't always get to do it. So in that case, it was going to be a remote interview. So earlier that day, we had a conversation about some of the topics that we're going to cover in the interview. And the conversation wasn't taped. So if the feds want any level of cooperation from me, I'm already not cooperating.
Right.
I'm going to be pleading the fifth. I always protect my guests. I have a long history of this. If you look at, for example, the Keefe D situation, Las Vegas PD tried to get all my raw footage. I refused. There's a Jimmy Henchman situation where they wanted my footage. I also refused. I would lawyer up and I would fight situations like this. So I'm not cooperating on any level, and I'm not going to talk about what we talked about in our phone conversation. But the whole thing was we were setting up an interview for later that day. It was supposed to be at 7 o'clock Detroit time.
Yes, it's true.
So the studio was booked. My man Mafi set it up. You were involved in the process as well. Everyone was excited to do it. 7 o'clock rolls around. I'm hitting up Mafi. Yo, what's going on? Where's he at? Oh, and he's going to be there at 7:15. And he actually forwarded me a text message, which will show on the screen, from AllStar J saying he's running a little bit late. It's going to be 7:15. All right, cool. 7:15 comes around. Nothing. 7:30, 7:45. Now we're not even getting an answer from him. 8 o'clock rolls around. Clock rolls around.
Go back.
Phone conversation. But the whole thing was we were setting up an interview for later that day. It was supposed to be at 7 o'clock Detroit time.
Yes, it's true.
So the studio was booked. My man Mafi set it up. You were involved in the process as well. Everyone was excited to do it. 7 o'clock rolls around. I'm hitting up Mafi. Yo, what's going on? Where's he at? Oh, and he's going to be there at 7:15. And he actually forwarded me a text message, which will show on the screen, from AllStar J, saying he's running a little bit late. It's going to be 7:15. All right, cool. 7:15 comes around. Nothing. 7:30, 7:45. Now we're not even getting an answer from him. 8 o'clock rolls around. I'm like, well, I guess we're going to cancel. You know, we gave a 1 hour grace period. I don't know whether he got cold feet or something happened, but at the end of the day, he didn't show up, so we canceled. And then I think maybe about an hour after that, I get a text from Mafi from AllStar JR that said that the feds picked him up.
Damn.
Which is horrible. It's a horrible situation. But I could tell you that I had absolutely nothing to do with that situation.
Right.
If the feds wanted to pick him up, they probably would have waited once he got to the interview location.
Right.
And if they wanted more info out of him,
They would have busted the motherfucking interview. Get down, Vlad. Give me your goddamn camera. Let me see that shit, nigga. What y'all fuck y'all was talking about, nigga? We gonna see this shit before
they could have just waited for the interview to be
You ain't putting this shit out, Vlad.
done.
Well, the fact of the matter is, they didn't know what the interview location was. That was all proprietary information.
Then Vlad would have been talking about his number. He done lost and what he said about boosting the traffic and the revenue, and nigga got the goddamn adding and subtracting on boys. You hear me? That nigga Vlad a motherfucker.
That existed between
Vladimir
yourself, him,
motherfucker.
Mafi, and I.
Yeah. Yeah, I had no idea any of this was happening. It's a messed up situation, but I am not working with the feds. I do not cooperate with the feds. I have no involvement in this.
We don't know that, Vlad. Hit that like button, man. Hit the sub, all that shit, man. This Loso, the biggest Uno you know. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? If you know any, sub up to Loso 2.0. We jumping over there too. Free RJ, man. I mean, damn, my bad. JR, man. Free my nigga JR, man. Like the Birdman Jr., but he ain't the Birdman Jr., dog. Free my boy JR. Damn, Boosie mad at us because we won't buy his interview, but we gonna get past all this because AllStar done got locked up, man. That shit bigger than Boosie, man. Boosie tripping, man. Boosie mad at us because we could subscribe to Vlad for free. Boosie mad because we could subscribe to Vlad for free, but we won't pay for his interview. Ain't that a bitch? He mad. He put out a little statement in there. We gonna go over it. This nigga Boosie crazy, man. Fuji, y'all know the unexposed Gucci. Say Good Wop ain't getting him Jack Nathaniel Jr., you heard me? Gucci man ain't getting him Nathaniel Jr. while he was locked up. You said, fool, $1 or $2? That nigga ain't give you no 100 bun money on it. Man, that nigga ain't sent me Nathaniel Jr. Hey. Gucci ain't fucking with these boys, man. Gucci said this shit big, man. Fuck you think this is, man? You think I'ma give you this goddamn money, then you gonna fuck up, then I'ma send you some more money? Nah, man. The plug ain't gonna do it. And Gucci said he ain't gonna do it, goddamn it. This ain't the streets, motherfucker. I gotta pay this shit back, nigga. Anyway, back to Vladimir with the orange beard, gang. Back to Vladimir.
We had already booked the studio. I was looking forward to doing the interview. And then this situation happened. And a lot of these like blogs are saying, you know, AllStar JR arrested on his way to a Vlad TV interview, and kind of implying that somehow I had something to do with it. And I could tell you,
It's not implying that, but I did think that, Vlad, because they do call you the police a lot, Vlad. They do say you the feds, Vlad. Then niggas get picked up by the feds, Vlad. Then Boosie got that gun charge. He always be on Vlad. A lot of stuff point out, but we know you. We probably ain't have shit to do with that, man. You a rich nigga, man. You don't give a fuck about that shit, man. Why would you help the feds for no reason? If they got you on some money laundering shit, Vlad. But nah, they probably gonna get that nigga anyway. The feds got you, man. They got you, man. Them niggas out there, you can't, you big name, bro. You posting shit, dropping disses. They gonna find you if you dropping diss songs. Gang. The feds gonna get you. You out there motherfucker dropping diss albums and shit. Shoot motherfuckers, then gonna do a song about it. Yeah, the feds gonna get you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what you expected. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you thought it was gonna be. Damn, this nigga breaking down the federal docket, man. Everybody gotta break down the federal docket on this shit, man. Come on, man. Damn, AllStar. All the good niggas, man, who rap going to jail. Who Shiesty, goddamn Big 30s, and them, nah, who is the Big Shiesties and 30s and AllStar? Damn, that's fucked up, gang. All the real niggas, gang. Meanwhile, man, then I thought Ben 10 said he was gonna tell the real story that he didn't get paralyzed and stood over and popped. He said that nigga was throwing extra smoke on it, but dang, it don't look like. No, it look like he did some on Grand Theft Auto shit on you, man. On Grand Theft Auto. He stood over you like on Grand Theft Auto. I ain't seen nigga do that since Grand Theft Auto. Like he Grand Theft Auto my nigga. But damn. But let's run this shit back, man. If everybody who coming in, hit the like button. I'm Loso, the big motherfucking Uno. You know what I'm saying? The biggest Uno you know. Man, hit that shit, man. Hit that like button. Wipe your feet at my dog, gang. I got carpet in here. Come on, man. Wipe your feet at the door, man. Don't do me like that. Don't be coming up in here, bro. Being selfish with the likes. Come on, nigga. Can you hear me clearly? If you can hear me clearly, nigga, hit that motherfucker button. Nigga, this shit free, man. Don't do me like that, fam. Anyway, let's see what Vladimir is trying to clear his name right quick, gang. Let's see can Vlad clear this shit, man.
Yeah. This time, we're going to start off a little different.
He's smiling pretty hard to have nothing to do with it, but you know. What though? Alright, you know, that's some shit we saying to one another. That don't mean that. But damn, he happy. It just was a good day today. Birds must have was chirping and shit out there in California, man.
But I put you in front of the camera because breaking news, AllStar JR, he's in major headlines. He's been in the headlines for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. There's been rumors that he was picked up by the feds yesterday, if I'm correct. And the blogs are reporting that he was on his way to California to do an interview with you.
Oh, this shit happened yesterday? Bro, the day the 23rd, I'm confused, man. But don't this goddamn article say April 23rd? Man, this goddamn article, y'all can see this. Man, this goddamn article say April 23rd. Now, this goddamn video that came out today, a while ago. See, I'm from the South. I don't say a while ago. I say while, man. While ago, man. This shit came out a while ago. And 3 hours ago. I 3 fucking hours ago. Oh man, hold on, man. The time ain't adding up, man. This nigga Vlad said yesterday, but this was put out 3 hours ago, but he did this.
With you.
Well, he was on his way to do an interview.
If I'm correct, and the blogs are reporting that he was on his way to California to do an interview. Major headlines. He's been in the headlines for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. There's been rumors that he was picked up by the feds yesterday, if I'm correct, and the blogs are reporting.
Yesteryear. The fuck? How they get that nigga yesterday? But they just reporting on that shit today. Did I go to sleep? I must miss some shit yesterday. I just seen this shit today.
That he was on his way to California to do an interview with you.
Well, he was on his way to do an interview with Vlad TV, but not in California, in Detroit. So we had, the last couple of days, we had talked to AllStar J. I think you were involved in the process.
I was.
In terms of booking him to do an interview to talk about the whole situation. So we set a date, we set a time. It was going to be in Detroit. I wasn't going to be there. It was going to be remote.
True.
Right? So in that case, I try to do interviews in person, but I don't always get to do it.
Man, that nigga Vlad, Vlad done learn his lessons from Gucci, man. Hey, I was gonna try to be there, but hey, man. Say, man, hit that like button. Hey, man, I might have learned from Gucci, man. Let me hit the like button on my nigga Vladimir shit, bro. Boom, Vlad, I hit the like button. Vlad. Why you do boosting like that, Vlad? Yeah, dog. You turning blue booster against us, Vlad. It's Vlad's fault. Vlad, man, now booster going against the fans, man. Cause of Vlad, man. We just left this alone, man. Just let Boosie win. Damn, man. Damn. Everybody know how Boosie is. Shit. Nigga just let Boosie win, man. Boosie will goddamn in Tonto, man.
So in that case, it was going to be a remote interview. So earlier that day, we had a conversation about some of the topics that we're going to cover in the interview. And the conversation wasn't taped. So if the feds want any level of cooperation from me, I'm already not cooperating.
Lord.
I'm going to be pleading the fifth. I always protect my guests. I have a long history of this. If you look at, for example, the Keefe D situation, Las Vegas PD tried to get all my raw footage. I refused. There's a Jimmy Henchman situation where they wanted my footage. I also refused. I would lawyer up and I would fight situations like this. So I'm not cooperating on any level, and I'm not going to talk about what we talked about in our phone conversation. But the whole thing was we were setting up an interview for later that day. It was supposed to be at 7 o'clock Detroit time.
Yes, that's true.
So the studio was booked. My man Mafi set it up. You were involved in the process as well. Everyone was excited to do it. 7 o'clock rolls around. I'm hitting up Mafi. Yo, what's going on? Where's he at? Oh, and he's going to be there at 7:15. And he actually forwarded me a text message, which will show on the screen, from AllStar J saying he's running a little bit late. It's going to be 7:15. All right, cool. 7:15 comes around. Nothing. 7:30, 7:45. Now we're not even getting an answer from him. 8 o'clock rolls around. I'm like, well, I guess we're going to cancel. You know, we gave a 1 hour grace period. I don't know whether he got cold feet or something happened, but at the end of the day, he didn't show up, so we canceled. And then I think maybe about an hour after that, I get a text from Mafi from AllStar JR that said that the feds picked him up, which is horrible. It's a horrible situation. But I could tell you that I had absolutely nothing to do with that situation. If the feds wanted to pick him up, they probably would have waited once he got to the interview location.
Right.
And if they wanted more info out of him, they could have just waited for the interview to be done.
Well, the fact of the matter is they didn't know what the interview location was. That was all proprietary information. that existed between yourself and him, Mafia, and I.
Yeah. I had no idea any of this was happening. It's a messed up situation, but I am not working with the feds. I did not cooperate with the feds. I had no involvement in this. We had already booked the studio. I was looking forward to doing the interview, and then this situation happened. And a lot of these like blogs are saying, you know, AllStar JR arrested on his way to a Vlad TV interview, and kind of implying that somehow I had something to do with it.
Right.
And I could tell you that I had absolutely nothing to do with it.
And some of the blogs are even saying that he was on his way to California.
He was not on his way. No, he was not
as
on
if
his
he
way
was
to
arrested
California.
on his way to the airport to come see you.
No.
None of that is
He was
true.
already in Detroit, and he was on his way to a Detroit studio that we had already booked.
Right.
And even the studio was hitting us like, yo, what's going on? We're like, we don't know. We have no idea.
So let me ask you a question, Vlad.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that people are constantly and consistently trying to label you as a cooperative in some way solely because you're interviewing people? Is, in my mind, is not your fault. Your job as a content creator and as a journalist, right? And I'll use the word journalist because that is essentially what you are and what you have been for over 2 decades. Why do you think people blame you for, or because the people you interview may say something that may be incriminating about something that they were involved with or something that somebody else was involved with? Why do they constantly blame you versus putting the onus of responsibility on the people who you're interviewing?
Well, I think that I was the first person in this space to start asking the hard questions that hip hop media historically has always been scared to ask. So if you look at my interviews from 2008, I think I did an interview with Plies, and he was like, yo, man, are you the police? Like, you know, this was back in 2008.
When I tell you, this is police shit. Like, Russell, don't you send nobody over here, man. Do some police interrogation shit, I'm telling you.
Because the way I looked at it was, if you're gonna sit down with somebody, why ignore the elephant in the room?
Right.
If this person's whole persona is built on this gangster image, why not talk about that? If all their songs are about this, if all the stuff they're doing on social media is about this and everything else like that, why not ask about it? Now, I'm very careful about the way that I do ask about it. So people like to say I'm the feds and all my interviews end up getting men arrested and so forth. The only time I've ever heard of my interview being used in someone's case was the Keefe D situation, right? That trial hasn't even started yet.
Right.
So that's not even confirmed.
Right.
But in that case, Keefe D wrote a book about his involvement in the Tupac murder, and I did an interview based on his book.
Based on the book. They missed the book part though.
They missed the book
They
part.
missed it in the book.
The book was already on Amazon. There's
Right.
links to the Amazon book in that first clip. So apart from that, people like to say that I'm involved in this person's arrest, that person's arrest. You could ask the actual people who I'm being accused of, and they'll say that Vlad had nothing to do with it. Taxstone, Vlad had nothing to do with it. Casanova 2 times, Vlad had nothing to do with it. You could go on and on, on and on and on. All these people, if they decide to do crimes after my interview is completed, or if they had done them before the interview was done, which we did not discuss on any level, because I'll talk about someone going to prison and doing their time, because you've earned the right to talk about
Right.
that crime based on the amount of life you've given up in that jail cell.
Right.
That's it. There's no double jeopardy in America.
Right. You can't be
You can't say,
prosecuted
well, you
for
talked
that.
about it again, so we're going to give you another 10 years. No,
Right.
you did your 10 years. Now you could talk about it. If it's past the statute of limitations, you could talk about it. If you talk about being a gang member when you were 18 and you're 40 now,
Right.
like I remember with Casanova 2 times, they're like, oh, look, Vlad talked about him being a blood, and now he gets arrested. Well, yeah, he was a blood back then, but what he got arrested for had nothing to do with him being a blood
Right.
back then, before
Right.
he went to prison for some other shit. It had to do with new crimes he did years after our interview was completed. We only did one interview. But people like to put pieces together and so forth, and the reality is I was the first person to do this in this space.
Right.
Now it's very common. You have the Traplo Rosses of the world, and you have the No Jumpers, and you have, podcasts that just focus on crimes.
Right.
So now it's common, but I was really the originator, so I think I take the most heat.
Yeah, you take the most heat, and I think it is a situation where people are trying to throw rocks at the throne. They know that in order to get to where they want to be, they have to go through Vlad TV, and that's probably most likely never going to happen.
Well, you know, I mean, there's always going to be someone that's going to overtake you in one way or another.
Yeah.
And
Wait
there's
on
lots of
I ain't gonna lie, it's probably easier to blame Vlad, though. It's either just say it's Vlad's fault, man. He white. The white man holding us down. He's a culture vulture and all that bullshit, you know. Just easy to say it's Vlad's fault, man. Vlad did it.
great, lots of great
Vlad
podcasts
did it,
out there. A lot
I
of
like
great
that you're
personalities.
being,
man.
being like relatively polite.
Well, it's not that I'm being polite. Like, I embrace these new generations.
Right.
Like, I've never been the hater in this space that tries to belittle everyone else and tries to stunt on the next generation. Like, ask Charlemagne. I was the first person to put him on a mixtape when he was still local in South Carolina. Before Wendy Williams found him, before he had the Breakfast Club. Like, I was seeing the talent in Charlemagne and featuring it on bigger platforms. Troplo Ross, Academics, Adam 22, Sean Cotton. All these guys I've featured on my show. All these guys I have relationships with. All these guys we talk to each other and compare information and build and help each other out. None of us compete against each other, and these guys are all younger than me.
It's the beautiful world, man. Hey, Vlad. You ain't had nothing to do with it, Vlad. I believe Vlad, man. He was just going to the goddamn interview, man. And they got my boy. Nigga, this the government. Hold on, cuz. Oh, my boy 36. Okay. A 36-year-old Michigan man known as AllStar JR who allegedly opened fire at a Houston restaurant is now in custody for lawfully possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. Damn, so he gonna have to tell what happened. He gonna have to snitch. He gonna have to tell the truth. I didn't have the gun. They had the gun. And the gun fell. And I got the gun. Blaming on them. But they gonna be like, why you stood over that nigga? Well, he was the main nigga. Like, so I had to let him know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. Damn, this shit crazy word. Jeremy Christopher Ford made his initial appearance in Detroit, Michigan. He remains in custody pending a detention hearing set for who the fuck is Jeremy? Oh, that's his name? They just called a nigga a Michigan man up there, but all right. Ford allegedly possessed a handgun during the shooting April 8th at the restaurant on Kirby Drive in Houston. H-Town, nigga. Swinging the lag. According to the criminal complaint, authorities responded to reports of a shooting in progress and discovered 2 gunshot victims at the scene. Court documents alleged gunfire also struck a third person. They did say, I think I got that shit over here. Hold on. They did.
I rep BGE forever. Do the that nigga foot to the pedal. I rep BGE forever. Do the that nigga foot to the pedal.